I want to be able to communicate that with somebody more than anything, because I don't want low sex drive to end a relationship for me if it's a relationship that I want and am meant to be in. But I think communication is just so insanely important, to be able to talk with your partner, with a loved one, and explain to them how you're feeling and maybe how to go about it, even if you don't know. And communication is so wonderful, but it's not the answer to everything. It's just a tool to find the answer.
And that's another, I think that, like, you had a light bulb just in my head. I think that's another reason why I don't connect with people like that, is because I did try to communicate, and every time I would try to communicate with him, it was like well, you just needed this, and then it was just a quick shutdown. Yeah, so I was just like, aren't we in this together?
Just like Lulu did, a lot of people do try to go to their partners for support, but because there is a lack of public awareness of this dysfunction, when partners hear, hey, I just don't have the desire I used to, they can interpret that as, I don't have the desire for you that I used to. And for many, that couldn't be any further from the truth. HSDD impacts more than someone's drive with just their partner. It also extends into other areas, like not having sporadic sexual thoughts or desires at all, not responding to erotic materials, and finally, not having a drive to masturbate.
I would say when my sexual drive was normal, I would do that fairly regularly, like a few times a week. It would help me go to sleep sometimes, because, you know, climaxing makes you tired. And experiencing low sex drive, I don't really have I don't have the urge to do that. It's really like a last resort thing. Like if I can't sleep, that maybe happens like once a month. So yeah, it's just not there. Like the desire is just not there.
So across the board.
Across the board, yeah, even with myself. So in that way, that's why I was like, oh, I should see a doctor about this, because in that way, I'm like, that's not normal for me.
It was the same way. I was like going through the mechanisms in my head, and it just felt so disconnected that I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I mean, I got like rivers and everything was flowing, but it was just like, I don't feel anything.
If you want to masturbate, and you do, that's a form of self-love and self-care. But if you intend to masturbate with the intention of heightening your sex drive, it's never worked out that direction for me.
HSDD is not a choice, it's a sexual dysfunction, kind of like erectile dysfunction. As a matter of fact, a lot of HSDD treatments are referred to as the female Viagra. And on one hand, that's helpful because it helps people understand that HSDD